Hey y'all, it's your girl Kimberly P. Welcome back to my channel, KP Sparks. If you guys knew the struggle, the story behind trying to record today, everything was trying to take me out, but God said, you will record today. If you didn't see my last video, make sure you check it out in the card section right now. But I mentioned how I was able to pay off my car note. One of the things that I practiced to help me pay off my car was actually meal prepping. But I feel like anytime people hear the phrase meal prep, they get intimidated like, oh my gosh, I don't have the containers. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I get tired of food easily. You know, I don't know how you do it, girl. Like, it just sounds so complicated. But in this video, I want to break down how I'm able to successfully meal prep each and every week. Just getting into the things that helped me successfully do it week by week. So let's get right into it. First off, hold on a quick second. If you're new here, or if you just want to hear my intro again, my name is Kimberly P, and my aim is to encourage you to vigorously go after your passions with this sprinkle of tech. I can't believe I forgot to say that. Okay, and just to give you some background as to what my meal prep history is, if that's what you would like to call it, I didn't really grow up cooking. I actually tried to avoid the kitchen, although I always loved food. Shout out to my Sierra Leoneans because we had the best food out there. I said food. I didn't say jollof, so please, let's just not go there right now, okay? If that's fine with you, let's just not go there. But I actually avoided the kitchen because my mom took so long to cook food because African dishes take a longer amount of time. So I was like, if this is what it takes to meal prep, I'm good off of that. Like I can just eat whatever my mom cooks and I'll be straight. I'll be okay. Now, let's talk about that freshman 15, okay? Let's talk about that. So once I got to college and my body started doing crinkum crackum, I gained a little bit of weight. I was small in high school, but I got, a little bit thick in college. I can't just be eating rice every single day. Now I need to figure out a way to eat better, as I should say in proper English. Then I started, finding dishes here and there, but I was not consistent when I was living at home. Now, when I moved to my apartment in 2018, that is really when I got into meal prepping. I didn't know where to start, really, and I feel like I've built a system that has helped me. So that's my meal prep history, if you would like to call it. Now, the meal prep process for me is actually includes a few days. Like, it's not something that I think of everything in one day and then create the dish and prep it all in one day. In order for me to be stress-free while I'm creating these dishes, I start earlier on in the week. What that looks like is first figuring out what I have a taste for. Most of the times when I'm meal prepping, my dishes are low carb. So for me, I don't know about you, but carbs stick to me. So if I'm eating a lot of rice, a lot of stew, a lot of rice, a lot of bread, a lot of pasta, even sugar, if I'm eating a lot of that, it sticks to me. So I try to do at least like 1 or 2 carbs for the week. I'll make my dinner with potatoes and I'll make my lunch with like a small portion of rice, but then my breakfast won't have carbs. So I kind of balance it out from there. And I've also learned that trick from when I used to have a personal trainer. When he gave us our plans, that's how he sorted things out so that you have like a balanced diet. And like, I'm not big on macros. Like, I don't know all that stuff. I don't know all that scientific stuff. But that is what works for me. The first thing I do when I meal prep, I figure out what do I have a taste for, what is my aim. Majority of the time, it's low carb. And once again, as I'm saying meal prep, I'm speaking of breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between. I'm prepping what I'll be eating for majority of the week. Realistically, it's Monday through Thursday because my dishes start to die down when it gets to Thursday. And to be honest, your girl kind of gets tired of what she eats. Even though it'd be good, but like, I be wanting to change. Some places that help me figure out what kind of dish I want to create or what kind of dishes I want to create for lunch, breakfast, and dinner would be Pinterest. Oftentimes when I'm scrolling through Instagram, I follow a good amount of food pages. If I see a dish that I want to create, if it's something like Rasta pasta or something that has a lot of pasta in it, I can substitute that carb for something else or healthier carb, like broccoli or brown rice or beans. I can substitute that. So I go through my Instagram, I go through YouTube, I subscribe to a good amount of food pages as well. I'm feeling like I want to make an African dish. I tap into my resources of my family and ask my mom, okay, how do you make this dish? I'm so grateful that when my grandmother was alive, before I left to college, I asked her to write down recipes. So she wrote me down 2 African dishes, and I have that in like a notebook somewhere. And she was actually able to walk me through it when I lived at home so I can master those dishes. I tap into my family if I want to make an African dish. Now, if you are just now getting into meal prepping, I would definitely suggest you to make a Pinterest, even if you're a male. I promise you, it's just really helpful if you're looking to organize different dishes. You can even get the Pinterest extension and put it on your navigation bar on your browser so that if you see a recipe online, if it's from Food Network or if it's from another food source, you can easily save it to your Pinterest board. Pinterest is super helpful. I'm just gonna insert a video right here to show you how my Pinterest board is organized, and it helps me just know, okay, where can I pull from? I have like healthy, yummy meals. I have cheat meals. I have breakfast meals. I have my dinner. I have Thanksgiving. It's a easy way to organize your meal prep or any food ideas or any ideas in general. Okay, next thing after I have a feel of what I want, I create a note on my phone and I separate my meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And I put, the name of the meal in addition to items that I don't have already at home. So you really want to check your fridge and see, okay, what ingredients do I have? You would think that you have onions, but you will be surprised when you're finally going to make that dish. It's actually not there, and that's the most irritating part. So make that grocery list based off of the dishes that you want to make. For breakfast, okay, you already have oatmeal. For me, I eat my oatmeal with cookie butter. So if I don't have cookie butter, that's something I would just add to my grocery list. Rather than adding everything and buying duplicates, do a scan of what you have already and then move forward from there. Now, after I get a feel of what I want to make that week, and then I also make my grocery list and have my items, I would highly suggest to not meal prep the same day that you get your groceries. Now, there are, of course, cases where I do this, and if there's also, of course, cases where I eat out. I'm not saying I'm always perfect at meal prepping. I'm far from perfect when it comes to meal prepping, but it is a goal that I set in my mind so I can build a habit of eating at home. So I would just highly suggest not to grocery shop and meal prep the same day because it is exhausting. And I know that's one thing that's intimidating when it comes to meal prepping. Like, yeah, doing all that at the same time, I used to do it, and I would not recommend it. I would not. It's actually very ghetto, So yeah, don't meal prep and grocery shop the same day. For me, on Thursdays, I make my list and find my inspo. Sometimes it's earlier, depending on the week. Fridays, now that we're in quarantine, Shawty not really going anywhere Friday nights. Fridays, I actually go and get my groceries on Fridays so I can get that out of the way, and either Saturday or Sunday I actually make my food. Now let's get into actually grocery shopping. So we're in the store. So I would first off suggest the Trader Joe's reusable bags. They are so clutch, so clutch. They keep your food cold, and it's easy to use because for me, I hate making multiple trips up and down. So it's a pretty big bag, and you can keep majority of your groceries in there and make one trip. For me, that's an apartment up to my apartment. I be feeling like a superwoman. Like, yeah, like I brought all my groceries up in one go.
Oh!
What's good? Get at me. I know in my apartment, we don't really need that much. Like, think about how much plastic bags you have. Like, we don't really need that much. Like, at least where I live, like, we don't use that much. So use a reusable bag. Also, I would suggest to try to get your things all at one store. Another thing that is draining is to go to multiple stores in one day. Imagine going to multiple stores in one day, then coming home to meal prep. Hey, I don't know how I would do that. Like, I mean, I actually do know because I used to do it, but I don't recommend it at all. For me, I have Harris Teeter. I never shopped at Harris Teeter. It was always Shoppers for me. But when I realized how huge of a selection they have at Harris Teeter, that's where I go to do majority of my groceries, and it's pretty affordable to me. I do go to Trader Joe's when I'm around the way. My life coach is close to that area, but I make it as convenient as possible when it comes to getting my groceries. But there are cases when you have to go to and venture out to other stores. Like if you're trying to buy things in bulk, I would suggest going to Costco. Get your water there, get your eggs there, get your butter there, get Get things that you know that you use often at Costco so that you don't have to keep going there over and over again every week. And also, if you're making like African food, sometimes you have to go to those African shops to get the ingredients that you need. So there are cases, there are exceptions to the rule, just to stick to one store so that you can have a peace of mind when you are prepping. The next thing I'm going to mention is something that is really all up in the mind, to be quite honest. Like it really starts here. You have to keep in mind and tell yourself, like, I'm not going to eat this in 1 or 2 days. And if I eat this in 1 or 2 days, I need to make a dish after that. You know, you can choose what kind of meal prepper you are. Are you the kind of meal prepper that, you know, you meal prep every few days, or you meal prep once a week like me? I meal prep once a week and that kitchen don't see me. Like, honey, it don't see me. It's all in the mind. You have to like discipline yourself and remember your reason why. Okay, maybe you're meal prepping in order to save money. Maybe you're meal prepping in order to fulfill fitness goals that you have been aiming to achieve for a while, but it's only food that is drawing you back from achieving those goals. You have to keep that in your mind as well. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Once you're in the kitchen, you can just make anything. Have fun, listen to music, prep. You don't have to use prep bowls. You don't have to do that. For me, I keep all my stuff in, like, I keep my lunch. I don't pre-make my breakfast now that we're in quarantine, but I pre-make my lunch and my dinner. And if I'm making a bunch of potatoes, I keep the potatoes together. And if I'm making a bunch of chicken, I keep the chicken together. I don't separate it, but it's up to you if you want to separate it and for it to be a grab and go thing. But it is up to you. Like, once you're in that kitchen, have fun. Like, have fun. You know, even if you go to a restaurant, you try something, think about, okay, how can I make this like at home? Like, it's a whole discovery process. And I know some people, that's not really their thing, but you kind of have to weigh the cost. Okay, if I'm the type of person that's going to eat all the time, I have to accept that my money is going there versus I'm saving money to meal prep. So it is completely up to you. Ain't nobody forcing you to do anything. Just, you know, sharing my insight, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, child, if you enjoyed this video, comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know, do you meal prep? What do you do in order to meal prep week by week? What has helped you? What is your favorite dish to meal prep? And also, speaking of favorite dishes to meal prep, if you are looking for a dish at the end of this video and you don't have anything in mind to make, I'm going to link a video right here that I was able to create with my friends Wanda and Abib. Healthy dish that includes quinoa, yummy chicken, corn. It was Chipotle inspired, so yummy. And get your foot started there. Just a quick tip, oatmeal keeps your tummy full. I'm gonna tell you that. But that's pretty much it, y'all. If you enjoyed this video, like I said before, comment down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I'm so grateful to God that I was able to record this video, because I just felt like it was just really hard today. It was just really hard. Anyways, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Peace and blessings, y'all.